We got SoundCloud. We can do a podcast.
Where it at?
I think SoundCloud is failing from what I've heard.
Really?
Yeah, nobody uses it.
I've seen so many...
we gotta find other places.
So many people have posted like articles saying like, SoundCloud lays off this many people or something. I'm like, oh no.
I've not really heard of any other like bigger named site that does podcasts.
I think Podcast One does, but I don't think they just take any podcast.
I mean, technically you could do it on Bandcamp or Spotify if you've got, traction on Spotify.
Yeah.
We'll use YouTube.
I mean, technically, yes, that works.
I feel like podcasts on Spotify is like a recent thing because I never knew that they did podcasts.
I just don't connect the two.
It's not super recent. It's actually pretty...
Because when I think of Spotify, I don't think, hey, let me hear those guys that I like talk. It's like, hey,
I want to hear
listen
their
to that.
music.
I want to listen to that album today.
Yeah. Funny thing is, I was listening to a podcast on Spotify last night because I threw on that weird, like, conspiracy theory show, and I was like, fuck this. I don't want to have the light on from the TV, so I'm just going to try Mysterious Radio, I think is the name of it, on which is about the same thing except for better quality than what that fucking show is. So, like, it still covers like weird conspiracy theories and stuff. It's kind of like Coast to Coast. I don't know if anybody's listened to that. I think you probably might have.
I think you've heard. Let me listen to a couple samples of it.
I vaguely remember.
Was that the one where they got a guy that called in, said he worked with Area 51 or something like that?
Yeah.
And then like later called him back, and he seemed perfectly fine. He wasn't frantic or anything like that.
I think so. Their power cut off on one of those episodes, and it was weird. It was weird timing, basically.
Yeah.
Was it? Or was it just a marketing ploy?
I mean, it could have been.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
probably.
It wasn't. I'm just
Most
saying
likely.
It was weird timing. But I guess, hey everybody, welcome to Hard After Dark. Our
this was a really long intro to a podcast.
Our premiere podcast.
Podcast One. Oh wait, no, that's already taken. Fuck.
We're not really sure how to do this because we've only tried this once before and it was bad.
Yeah, it was
real bad.
It was horrible.
Yeah, it did not go well.
We did not know how to transition.
It went great. Went great. And if you hear squeaking, it's my chair because I have to move around a lot.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's
Shut
probably
up.
Grayson. There's a dog in here with us, so I'm surprised he's being really quiet right now.
I already took him outside, so he's
content.
He's chill for the moment. So yeah, welcome to Hard After Dark. We've got loose segments for this podcast.
Yeah.
Just to kind of give us a jumping off point. But overall, we're just kind of voicing our opinions on shit. And I guess telling stories about us as if you guys want to know about us.
Yeah, we're pretty average, maybe below average. I'm probably below average, but...
Below average what?
Intelligence, apparently.
Yes.
I like apples.
I mean, I do. I'm not going to argue that.
Mushrooms.
So we're basically just going to talk for an hour.
Yeah. Maybe more if we get carried away, but I doubt it.
So you want to tell everybody what's going on with the channel?
Right. So, our channel is going to be 2 channels. One is going to be censored because of Adpocalypse.
We have to play by YouTube's rules.
Can't say words like fuck anymore.
Yeah. Except for on the other channel that we're making.
The channel that this one goes up on, we get to say fuck.
Right.
But the other channel that we can't say fuck on.
We channel all the vulgarity into
this
channel. Right here.
Yeah.
This thing.
Well, this and like all the gameplay shit that's going to come up on this channel too.
Yeah.
And that's another reason we're kind of changing the format of the channels is because we don't want to be another gameplay channel.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, some people can actually build a community off Let's Plays.
Which is great, I guess. I don't want to personally be a Let's Play channel.
Yeah. I'd like...
But that doesn't mean we're not going to play games frequently.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still going to have live streams over on the regular channel.
We're keeping variety for our creativity sake, if that makes any sense.
Kinda, but you grammatically fucked it up.
We don't want to stagnate.
I always do that. You know I'm going to do that.
We don't want to stagnate ourselves, as what Chris was trying to say.
Right. I mean, essentially. Because we have a lot of different stuff planned for the Hard Reboot Network channel that...
We got a lot of ideas. We just don't know which ones are going to stick.
Right. I mean, it's throwing them out the wall at this point.
Yeah, we're basically throwing shit at walls, and if it sticks, that's just less shit we got to pick up off the floor.
But more that we have to pick up off the wall.
Yeah.
No, we just leave it on the wall. Shit wall.
Okay, now we got a new channel. It's called Shitwall. Adpocalypse be damned.
But what can people come to find on this channel and the other channel?
Okay, so, I mean, on this channel, we've got the Hard After Dark podcast, which is this.
Which you're currently listening to.
Or
you're not
listening
because
to.
you have no idea what the fuck we're saying, then fuck you goddamn person.
Okay.
They don't know. They ain't listening.
Obviously. But we've got the Hard After Dark podcast. We've got Let's Plays. Our live stream catalog.
Like, the full stream catalog.
Vine sauce. The full sauce. That's all us.
Ours is the bad sauce. The bad touch. So we got our top 10s that are coming over here.
Most likely.
Whenever
Yeah.
we get to make one. Not pointing fingers, Chris. Just saying we've had 2.
Which we could move over to this channel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We could also move all of our old Let's Play stuff over to this channel.
I
Kind of have a
we
backlog.
I say we just start anew.
I mean, personally, I think we should backlog just to when we send them over, there's stuff for them to watch over here, even though they've watched it all on our other channel. They're like, okay, well, there's stuff here.
I mean, we can.
I mean, yeah, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But as we know, I'm wrong.
Yep. Hashtag Chad was right.
I don't think Chad's ever going to live that down.
No. Okay, so on this channel, we're also going to do. I don't know when this is going to start, but we want to do creepypasta readings and just generally scary story readings. I think
Probably October is when that will start.
Most
because I feel
likely.
like if we start it any time beforehand, it
October-
won't stick.
Yeah.
October or like late September.
That's usually
Whenever
when-
pumpkins go on sale.
So,
September.
whenever the fall season starts.
Exactly.
I love pumpkins. I know that's.
I like pumpkins too.
I like pumpkin pie.
I like pumpkin pie.
like-
I don't need it.
I like homemade pumpkin pie.
I just like pumpkin pie in general. Like,
Store bought is
I have
still
yet
good.
to have a bad pumpkin
Well,
pie.
Yeah, okay. Store bought pumpkin pie is still good, but it's not as good as homemade, and it makes me sad. But I don't know anyone who has like a good homemade recipe.
I've made homemade pumpkin pie before. I think it was before you moved in here.
Yeah.
I feel like we got on a mini tangent of pumpkin pies.
I mean, that's cool.
and we haven't talked about what the people can find on the other channel.
Yeah, the real deal.
The real channel.
The real channel. That's a horrible way to put that. The main channel, Hard Reboot Network.
It's going to have 5 facts.
That's it.
That's
all
it.
5 facts all the time. We're going to be Watch Mojo number 2.
Fuck, I forgot that we should have put the 107 facts tag in that new video.
Yeah.
Fuck, maybe next time.
We'll do it
We'll do it live.
for the next video.
So, what we have some series that have already been on the Hard Reboot Network channel that's going to stay, which is 5 facts, the political theory, philosophy theory. I think that's about it, but we're going to have highlights from our gameplay footage on After Dark. We're going to put highlights on Hard Reboot Network as well. Just so, you know, you don't have to go to the other channel if you don't really want to.
Just keep in mind that on the main channel, the highlights are probably going to be censored.
They will definitely be censored on the main channel just because of the Adpocalypse thing. We want to be able to monetize stuff when we're able to monetize stuff. When we get the views to be able to monetize.
When we get the pesky views to 10,000 lifetime views.
Not to mention, you know, non-Zelda related material.
Yeah.
Well, technically non-Nintendo related material.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Lose your train of thought.
See, we've got
new
shows coming up for Hard Reboot.
Yeah, I was going to go something else about the highlights, I think.
We're going to take highlights from the podcast and throw them up over there every once in a while.
Yeah. I mean, we could do that too. I didn't even think about that, honestly.
I mean, that was the whole point of us talking about it. If something works really well on the podcast, to throw it over there. What is that if not a highlight?
I mean, whatever, dude. But like he started to say, we have some new shows coming up too that we're going to try out. You want to tell them about, I guess, the 2 you're mainly working on is, what, Mini Mythos and Overboard Conspiracy Theories?
Yeah, the Mini Mythos is going to be where, we take, like, a character or, a plot point in lore or something from some sort of book, series, game, or whatever the fuck we find interesting enough.
Yeah.
To where we want to really dive in and possibly do the whole backstory on. And then not the flip, what the fuck? And then the other side of the coin is the Overboard Conspiracies, which is where we just get fucking stupid with conspiracy theories.
Game theory, but after you smoked a bunch of meth.
I was going to say, like, that one episode or one scene from Always Sunny in Philadelphia with Charlie Day, and he's just got the undone tie and, like, ribbons and everything.
We will find out who Pepe Sylvia is in Overboard Conspiracies. We'll find out whether or not the Belmonts are good people or not.
I don't know.
And why the fuck it takes them like 3 goddamn timelines to do a shit in that fucking series.
I don't know. Judging from the recent series, Trevor seems a bit dickish.
I mean,
it's like you fight vampires all goddamn day. It's like I don't think you're gonna be happy. They're like, I really don't want to do this anymore.
Especially when people are trying to blame you for it.
It's like, no, it's your fault. It's like, bitch, I get rid of this. It is not my fault. I am the solution.
But you work in the devil's magic.
Fuck you, I fight the devil.
Don't understand. Why do people hate me?
Whatever. But yeah, we're just going to do fucking just... When we sit down and overthink a video game too goddamn much, and then we write a conspiracy theory on it. And,
like I said before, don't consider them serious whatsoever.
Oh no,
because they are clearly not meant to be serious.
No.
There is barely any serious thought that goes into those when I think of them. It's like, hey, what if the Belmonts aren't good people?
That's the extent of it.
Yeah, it's like, and
start-
then I go and look into everything in detail. And like, no, they're good people.
Start out with that thesis and just there it goes.
It's like I have stupid brain. It's like I channel Chris for a moment, and that's what happens.
Few couple of blunders with words and
Pew?
I said a few.
No, they didn't. Okay, what else we got? We got a cooking show that is possibly at some point maybe in the works.
Probably November, I would say, around Thanksgiving, just
Oh.
because Thanksgiving.
Yeah, a lot of stuff will be going on sale.
And, well, that's not what I was going for. I was just going
That's
for...
what I was going for.
I was going for food.
It's like we can actually show thanks for the people that have supported us, and we
Well,
can
that
actually
too.
like have a nice little Thanksgiving meal with them.
Again,
and-
not
and
what
then
I was
cook
going
them with
for.
them. Okay, fine.
I was just going...
whatever.
I was just going for Thanksgiving equal food. So cooking show around that time.
I just figured
I mean,
we could
yes.
share in the experience. with
I mean,
the-
yeah, all those work. All those are very good.
Not to mention teach a motherfucker how to cook a turkey.
How do they get it so brown in, like, cartoons?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
It always looks so good.
I've had quite a few dry turkeys though.
Yeah.
I want to learn how to safely deep fry it because I've never done it personally.
I thought you were
I don't
going
think
somewhere
there
else.
is a safe way to deep fry a turkey. I don't.
Like you just like throw it
You
in
just
and
get
hope it doesn't
lucky.
blow up.
See, I thought you were going to say, I want to know a safe way to deep throat a turkey. And then,
I mean, if anybody can find a way, it's him. I've seen him deep throat a burrito before.
we've seen him deep throat a turkey before. Remember on that fucking Flash game?
Oh yeah,
That was so weird.
where we spent the night playing
Oh.
Newgrounds,
Oh yeah,
and then
forgot
like,
all about that.
some game popped up and you started deep throating turkeys. I was like, I ain't never played that one.
It's a good game. Good game.
But like I said, if
I
anybody
think it
can
was
find
called,
out
I think it was called
it was-
Turkey Gobbler.
it might have been. But if
know
anybody
what
can
it's
find a way to deep throat a turkey, it's Chris. He might have to do it piece at a time, but he's got it. Watch him fucking swallow a drumstick whole.
So what else we got coming?
We
up?
got animations.
Yeah, we're working on some sprite animations.
Yeah, don't get too, like, ready for that one, because those are going to take a little bit of time.
And they
Yeah,
will be incredibly
they're-
short.
They will be incredibly short.
2 minutes tops. Just to save on animation.
Yeah. Animation in general, I'm sure you know on YouTube, doesn't do very well.
But what we're going to do is we're going to take those 2 minute animations from the Hard Reboot Network, collect them up to when we have at least like a 15 to 30 minute bunch, and then release all of that uncensored onto the After Dark Hard Reboot Network channel.
Yeah, so basically,
It'll be a long time.
it'll be a
before it's-
while.
before it's
Yeah.
on the After Dark.
I guess, let's
We
see.
covered the censored highlights.
Censored highlights. Yeah, I was going to go back to that real quick. There's a point that I want to get to with this channel. Well, not this channel, but the Hard Reboot Network channel.
The main channel.
The main
good
channel.
The real channel.
The main channel in which we can go fully uncensored with our language. But that's going to be a while off just because it's going to take, sponsorship deals and
Oh, that merger is like just
Patreon.
way too. It is way out in the distance.
Yeah, it's way out there, but that's a goal. That's a goal. Let's see, we've got how much? How much is a series I'm interested in doing, because it's basically there's 3 different ways you can look at how much right now, because we've got it. And one of those is how much is it worth? Like taking a bell in Animal Crossing and trying to figure out what the dollar worth is.
Like the real world equivalent of
a bell in it, yeah.
Okay.
There's how much do they make, which is looking at like, I don't know, Homer Simpson and seeing if he could actually afford the house he lives in on his salary. And then how much, the third thing I want to do with it, which is actually suggested by Toki here, is collateral damage from like superheroes and stuff.
Yeah, like I don't know how many times, like as a kid, watching a superhero cartoon on Saturday morning,
and there's just been like,
and like these guys just be rolling down the block, and they're just fucking buildings up, like they are crumbling, and then the heroes are standing over there, it's like, all right, you guys gotta stop, and then they beat the villains, and the buildings are fine, and everybody comes out and cheers them, and I was like, how the fuck, nobody died? What the fuck?
that's a...
Not to mention the fucking insurance that they have to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there like a show that was about an insurance agency because of all the superheroes that have been popping
I
up?
think they were making a show like that, and then it just never got off the ground.
And speaking of insurance, the
I think it had like
motherfuckers in
Vanessa
Gotham
Hudgens in it.
have to pay shit tons of insurance. Batman that's causing tons of collateral damage. Hook shot through buildings.
Also, another series we want to do is trips to
Yep.
trips to
Florida.
flea market.
No?
Yeah,
Okay, I thought we were going with Florida there for a second
No.
because your mouth was all fucked up.
trips to like the local flea market and maybe a little. Get the fuck out of here, Bug! What the fuck are you doing?
He's just doing bug things. That's what he's doing. He's doing bug things.
But
It's a lightning bug. Or a firefly, whatever the fuck you call them.
Same thing.
I
So you're just going to drown him in your...
But yeah.
I would rather drink that than drown a bug in it.
Yeah, flea market trips. Like, you know, seeing what we can get out of the haul for the day of the flea market.
Right, and that's actually, after we start getting some money.
Yeah, once we can actually afford to go to a flea market and haggle people and see if we can actually, get something good at a flea market.
Right. I think... Is that it?
I think
I
that's
think,
think so.
I think we covered about everything. If not, I mean, it's
like I said,
just,
some stuff might change. We might come up with new fucking ideas.
Yeah. All these are pretty rough ideas right now, but they're getting we're getting some work done this week.
That's what's cool about, us being able to do what we're doing is if we got something we want to do, we could do it and then find out that it didn't work and be like, well, at least we tried that and we never, got around to, and like always say, it's like, what if we tried that one idea? Like, we did and it fucking sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
So we're going to try everything and then if it works, it's great. We'll keep doing it. If not, we got other things.
That's what successful people do. I don't think that's what successful people do.
I'm pretty sure successful people just sit in chairs and collect checks all day. Maybe they yell at somebody on the phone, fire a couple people that suck at their job, and then, just move on.
Yeah. Wish I could fire people. Chris, you're fired.
No.
I think we've done this bit before for one of the top 10s.
I think so, actually.
Except I think I was the one that got fired.
Yeah, I think
Well,
it was you.
All of us will get fired one day.
Oh, yes. That will happen.
Somehow.
Yes. Somehow.
Somehow. Hashtag Chad was right.
Yep. Some allegations will come out against Chris and the Boers.
Using those apples as gags.
Yep.
I'm never going to live the boar down, am I?
No, you're not. It was great.
You can't say something about a boar looking fit as fuck and it's
I
like,
didn't say it looked fit as fuck.
No, you just said, that's a fit boar.
I know. I'm just saying.
it's like you were
He didn't look like Puma.
Puma. It was like,
Pumbaa?
still, it's like you just like that's
Pumbaa.
a fit boar. Like you were definitely, like just making sure everybody knew that you thought that board looked good.
I mean, it didn't help that it was like it had no fur. It was just naked and muscly. It was weird. It was a weird board.
It was.
It's like you might as well like, look, the ham hocks on that ass.
I like them back legs. They're real powerful.
I mean, we've all got our thing that we're not going to be able to live down. Yours is the boars and the apples.
Oh, then what's your alls?
I don't think it's happened yet,
Yeah,
but it will.
I don't think I've had my moment yet.
Chad just had his just the other day.
Yep.
I don't know. I think I live mine every time somebody reads one of the scripts that I write.
Where you're just not good at making words sound like words.
That's because of the dyslexia.
Yeah.
Because every time I send them to you guys, I'm like, hey, read that. Make sure it works right.
It does in my brain. That's the weird part.
Yeah,
And then when we
does.
get here and we go to pull it up so you can read it and record, and we're like, hang on. This is not good.
Why did you write this in Greek?
Like, I didn't. You guys said it was good. You said it was fine, that it didn't need to be tweaked. So maybe Tyler has dyslexia brain too.
I mean, we've discussed this. I at least have it with, like, numbers.
I think we're all retarded.
I mean, probably a little inside.
Speaking of retarded, I haven't got to see Radio in a long time. I remember I really liked it. When's the last time you watched Radio?
Years ago.
I don't think I ever watched radio.
Really?
Yeah.
Cuba Gooding Jr. and Leonardo DiCaprio played the best retards ever. Like, Leonardo DiCaprio was in What's Eating Gilbert Grape, but...
Oh, well, that was a good movie.
They played the best retards ever. But since you haven't seen Radio in a long time, what's something you've seen lately?
I mean,
I don't know. We went to see the new Spider-Man opening night.
before that, I saw Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I came in on the tail
you-
end of that one.
Yeah, you did. And, let me tell you something. Okay?
I feel like we should preface. From what I saw, Wonder Woman, when I came in on the tail end of it, it was great.
By
Yeah.
tail end of it, did you mean you caught the credits?
No.
Because I have yet to see it. I have yet to see Wonder Woman.
I liked the movie, don't get me wrong. But the ending was stupid.
Was it because the girl beat the man? Is that what it was? Was it because the woman won?
It had nothing to do with that.
Okay, I thought he was being sexist. I didn't know. I don't
Not
care.
being sexist.
I mean, I really don't care.
No, it had to do with the fact that, for one thing, she was Zeus's daughter, and she got magical Zeus powers out of nowhere, in which she could harness electricity. And Ares is just kind of sitting there like, I'm going to throw some lightning bolts at you.
I mean, shouldn't we have put a spoiler alert up at some point?
Yeah, we'll
Spoiler.
do that. We'll do that in a minute.
We'll do it after we've talked about it.
Right. But, so she gets these, like, lightning powers, right? And Ares throws some lightning at her. She harnesses it, jumps up in the air, does a Jesus pose, and then shoots the lightning back at Ares and fucks him up.
As much as I love DC, they do have a thing for the Jesus pose. It is their go-to stance for
I don't
the
think
OP. It's just like Superman does it in almost every fucking movie.
It's not just DC though. I mean, Zack Snyder does it a lot.
Well,
I mean, he is connected to a lot of the DC
Yeah,
movies.
I mean, Spider-Man does it a lot, too, for
I mean, technically, like, if he's trying to pull two things together, he's going to get the Jesus pose on no matter what. It's not intentional.
Right, I mean, this is clearly, like, she was center camera, fucking arms out.
She flew up like this.
Yeah.
Yes,
like
I'm sure they can see that.
Yes, head pointed straight up, arms stretched out.
Blinding light behind her.
Yeah.
Classic Jesus pose.
But...
I mean, it was great. The movie was great. The problem was just the ending fight, and it was mainly the choreography of it because it looked so just like she could have like lifted up her bracelets, right, and deflected the electricity back. I would have been okay. She could have grabbed some kind of metal rod, like held it out at the electricity, did some kind of kick-ass spin, and shot it back. That would have been badass. No, she has to jump up in the air, harness the electricity like Godzilla from fucking Godzilla vs. King Kong, and then fucking shoot it back like she's some kind of fucking lightning rod herself, and it doesn't work. It looked so stupid.
No, you don't understand. It's Wonder Woman.
Oh, you're right. Hashtag Tyler was wrong.
Yep. Wonder Woman was right. I mean, Wonder Woman's had some pretty fucking weird powers.
I mean, yeah, Superman's shot fucking little mini Supermans out of his hands. That doesn't mean it translates well onto film.
And he's punched lasers before. Can't forget, the ability to punch lasers out of the fucking sky. Deflect them like they're goddamn bullets with his fists.
But.
And then, let's see, what was it? We've seen Justice League Dark recently.
Well, you guys did. I haven't watched it yet.
It's the standard DC animated fare.
It's pretty good. The only thing is, like, what's his name that I still haven't looked up? Who plays Constantine?
I'm pretty sure it's Matt Smith.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Like, there's more than one person that can have the name Matt Smith.
Like, it's not the
it's
actor.
It's the actor that played
him
Constantine in the Constantine TV show is doing the voice of Constantine in the Justice League Dark.
I just didn't know his name was Matt Smith.
I don't think it is.
I'm like 90% sure.
I really don't.
I know it's Matt.
It's Matt Ryan. I was right the first time.
Okay, fine. You were right. Whoop-de-fucking-do.
But Matt Ryan, okay.
I do want to see him more, like, in the Arrowverse or just...
Yeah, I mean, he was really good as live-action Constantine.
Now,
I hate that his show got canceled.
As animated Constantine, though, he
missed the mark a little bit.
He's clearly a better actor than he is voice actor.
Or
Or they had a better director for TV show than they did the voice
I think
director.
what it is his transition from live action to, voiceover work, which was probably him in a booth by himself. He probably had no visual cue to act off of, so it fucked him up a minute.
Probably. I mean, that seemed kind of
and
like
they probably were like, "Hey, can you give us that line again, but different?" And then, like, that's all the direction they probably gave him. Or, they gave him great direction. He just sucks at being a voice actor. I don't fucking know. I wasn't there. But he plays Constantine better in, person. Like, when he's got something to act off of, he is fucking brilliant as Constantine.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't bad in Justice League Dark either. It was just, there was a clear difference in the way he was portrayed.
And one was done very well, and one was just done.
I just know that when and if Legends of Tomorrow ever comes back from hiatus, I really want him to join the Legends.
I want him in some form in some show. I don't care what it is. I mean, he could be in Flash and be like, hey, don't fuck up anymore. And then Flash fucks up the timeline and gets his show uncanceled. That'd be like the only good thing that happened in the Flash. But, yeah, I was really bummed out when Constantine got canceled because I really got into the show.
Yeah, the episodes that actually did air that I watched were...
It was like all 13 of them.
Yeah, it was great.
I mean, the pilot was a little rough, but hey, pilots are fucking rough.
Yeah, they tend to be. But...
I mean, they reshot half of the pilot to make people fucking happy. Mm-hmm. If they weren't trying to make somebody happy with that show, then, you know, what were they trying to do? It was the network that fucked them over.
I got really into... I thought it was going to go into some really cool places, and then when it got canceled, I was just like, fuck.
I mean, it very, very possibly had so many good places to go into. I was hoping that by season, 2's end, we would get a teaser for Swamp Thing. Mm. And then, you know, he would become a character in, season 3. But, it got canceled at episode 13, and I was like, well, fuck you, NBC, you piece of shit.
They're bad about that.
Yeah, they put him on at a terrible time. And, on a Friday night, no less. So people were definitely not coming home to watch Constantine. They were like, "Oh, I'm going to go out and get my drunk on." But yeah, hopefully he does get to come back in some capacity. I mean, he's already had the cameo in Arrow, unless there's been more that I've missed. But
I only know of Arrow.
I can't keep up with it. I don't even think I made it to that episode with Arrow, and blasphemy, but I don't really like the show anymore. I've
heard it's starting to get better.
It's tedious.
It's having a bit of a renaissance.
Well, that's good, but it got real fucking tedious for a while.
I just started to finally give Gotham a 4th chance.
I haven't actually sat down and watched that. I've just seen what episodes you've been playing.
If you don't care about any of the lore in Batman,
if you don't care for lore and time frames,
you're good.
And
I'm good.
And certain backstories not getting fucked, you're golden. But if you have hangups like I do, then you will have a rough go.
Which I mean, I normally have some hangups, but I don't know. I overlook it with Gotham because I was just like, yeah, screw it. I just kind of want to watch it and see if it's good.
I mean, that's the only reason why I made it through the first 2 seasons and started on season 3 at this point, was because I said, fuck it, I don't care. I'm just going to give it a shot. Because the first 2 times, I was like, I really hate Bruce Wayne. I fucking hated him. I hated him. I hated how the fact that they were already dropping fucking, Ivy and Catwoman in the picture. I'm like, motherfucker, quit! Hold off on some shit. Don't blow your wad. And then in, I can't remember what season, but they introduced Harvey Dent. And he's already in the fucking district attorney's. I don't think he's the DA, but he's
in the office.
He's working his way up there.
Yeah, he's in the office. He's got a job. He is a man.
He is a man.
Harvey Dent is supposed to be Bruce Wayne's age because Bruce Wayne is all the time, throwing those fucking balls and whatnot to, help pay for Harvey Dent's election as DA. So, that, and there's the whole thing before Dent's accident where him and Bruce are really close.
Yeah.
Because, they're of the same age, and they hang out a lot, and not like a 20-year-old dude hanging out with a 12-year-old.
He's 16 now.
Yeah, now. But yeah, I got really pissed off when they introduced Harvey Dent, because it's like, man, they're gonna fuck up a good story. And then they keep trying to make the Joker a thing. You can't make him a thing yet. He hasn't been made by Batman yet.
He's a result of Batman.
And then they're talking about bringing Harley Quinn in for the next season. I'm like, motherfucker, you can't have her yet either.
I thought they already kind of sort of had her.
No.
Harley Quinn, I think, made an appearance on Arrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, all you did was just like see her hand or something outside of her cell window.
But I just hate it how they're trying to make shit work without getting to the point to where it needs to be.
The Joker thing, he plays a good Joker. But I agree.
I don't think so. I think he tries too goddamn hard.
I think he's a great Joker.
But I just remember like coming in and like you were watching an episode and I asked you what was going on and you're like, oh well, Edward Nygma and Barbara Gordon are kind of a thing, and they're both being really evil and stuff like that. And I was like, wait, Batgirl's a villain in this?
No, not that Barbara. Jim's Barbara, his wife that they, end up naming Barbara after.
Which is just weird.
Yeah, like, I was like, I really don't know what the fuck they're doing with Barbara, and I really hated that they tried to make fucking Ed a sympathetic fucking character. Penguin, I'm fine with. The guy that plays the Penguin, fucking top notch. He's great. I can't wait to see him get fat. It's like I can't wait. He does the Penguin justice. Like, just
puts on the insulation.
It's like, he is good. I liked Fish Mooney up until she got fucking powers.
I didn't like Fish Mooney at all. I thought she was a super boring character.
She was like what would have made the Penguin the Penguin.
I mean,
I felt like she played her part fine. Like, she was, like, the perfect, like, mother to what the Penguin would have been. Like, she's the one that made him the ruthless piece of shit that he is. I thought it was cool that we got the Falcones and the Maronis in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the guy playing Bullock. I'd liked Jim Gordon for, like, the first season and a half.
Until he just started charging in with a gun.
And still, like, until he became not Jim Gordon. That's when I stopped liking Jim Gordon as much.
I just remember, like, watching a good number of episodes when they were having that weird thing that was just making everybody really angry and super strong.
Oh, you're talking about the Tetch virus.
Yeah.
I don't think you haven't gotten to that yet, have you?
What are you talking about?
The Tetch virus.
I remember the virus that, not the virus, but the drug they were taking that made everybody super fucking strong, and the dude crushed himself underneath an ATM.
The Tetch virus is later on, and it's, of course, Mad Hatter and his sister.
Okay, yeah, I just started the Mad Hatter season. Which I kind of dig the guy playing the Mad Hatter. I'll give them the Mad Hatter because, I mean, he's one of those villains that just, whatever. He can go anywhere in the time frame.
I mean, I like this season, with the exception of Jim Gordon. I feel like they're way off track with him.
Why the fuck he a bounty hunter? Like, just, I guess, like, they was like, we can't get him to join the police force because, every mid-season we kick him off the police force. We can't kick him off the police force anymore, so we'll just keep him off of it.
He wants to stay off of it now. He wants to be a bounty hunter.
Of course, he's been kicked off of it 4 fucking times. Why would you go back?
I just can't get over the fact that he runs into every situation, guns blazing, he's like, fucking, I'm ready to nail somebody right here with this fucking bullet.
I feel like being off the police force would make it very difficult to become commissioner.
Well, I mean, it's very difficult to have Joker without Batman, but they did that.
Like, that guy just tries too fucking hard.
I disagree. I think he's a really good Joker.
No, he tries way too hard. They try to force it.
Maybe you try way too hard.
No, they just force it way too much. They're very heavy-handed with it. And the Joker is not something you should be heavy-handed with. It should be handled with a very light touch and be like, hey, be a little crazy.
The Joker. Be a little
He's
crazy.
not the Joker yet. He's not had the bad day that led to him joining the Red Hood group to being dumped into the vat of acid by Batman. He's not full blown fucking.
I mean, they kind of hint that it's not the Joker, but
Well, I mean,
a precursor to the Joker.
Which is, it was like, we don't need that. I hated that DC done that with their fucking New 52 shit. It was like, oh, the Joker's an entity now. He's been around forever.
I mean, I kind of think that's what they're doing with Jerome.
I fucking hated it. I was like, no, just the Joker is this one special off-ball, just
but now there's
one
3
time
Jokers.
No,
Oh
fuck
yeah, I
you.
forgot about the 3 Joker thing in the comics.
No, fuck you. There's one Joker, and he's not fucking it. He's a man. He's just fucking nuts.
But I was going to ask about Homecoming, but I don't remember what I was going to ask.
Bitch, you've seen it.
Well, yeah, no, I said I seen it.
So what you gonna ask about a thing that you've seen?
I just there was something I saw when I was on Facebook, and I saw something where where people were complaining about Mary Jane, but they were using the actress who was playing Liz in the movie.
So not even the right actress for the MJ.
I mean, that sounds like internet hate.
Yeah,
like, just perfectly. It's like they've got their shit wrong.
Yeah, I mean, here's my thing about the new MJ.
I kind of like her.
I like redheads. Okay, I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
So messing with the redhead thing, kind of fucks with me. But I guess what Michelle Jones.
I think that's how she introduced herself.
She was really funny and really just a smart ass through the whole thing. I liked her.
Yeah.
And
I think kind of what you're saying is the reason why they didn't really have her say she's MJ until the end of the movie. They wanted us as the audience to get to know her as a person.
I can see that.
I mean, who's to say that they don't introduce Mary Jane in fucking the next fucking movie?
I highly doubt they will because they're already calling her MJ.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's like they could definitely introduce Mary Jane or
Gwen.
Yeah, Gwen. I was trying to remember her name. I was like, who's the dead bitch?
I think they combined Gwen Stacy and Betty Brant.
Yeah.
Because the Betty Brant they had going around looked a lot like Gwen Stacy.
I mean, haven't they already planted the seeds for what's new Spider-Man's name?
Are you talking about Tom Holland? Or are you talking about
in the books? There's the black kid Spider-Man. What's his name?
Miguel Morales.
Yes. Haven't they already planted seeds for him?
Yeah, I don't know how far that's going to go.
I just know that the
maybe that's how Sony had worked their way around. It's like, no, we're going to make our Spider-Man.
I just know that the character that Peter has a conversation with it's played by...
It's like his uncle or something.
Donald Glover.
Yeah, it's his uncle.
Aaron Davis.
Yeah.
That's his name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he I don't know how they're going to... Because Peter's real young in this movie. So,
it would have to be, years on.
Maybe 3 or 4 Spider-Man movies.
I mean, we've known that Sony does not give a fuck about timelines at all.
Neither does Fox.
So I don't think they'll care. They'll be like, whatever, he's Spider-Man now. Fuck you. Give me money. Get the fuck out of here. R-rated Venom. Buy it.
That's another... I'm going to get back on Deadpool for a minute, like we were talking about earlier. Deadpool, love the character. Does not need to be in everything. His movie does not mean everybody needs an R-rated movie.
No.
Though Logan was really good.
Logan needed an R-rated movie
in the beginning.
Yes.
I still need.
He also didn't need to go through 2 shit movies to get an okay one. Fuck Origins.
But anyway, Deadpool. Where, like I was saying earlier, where they retcon him into old stories that he doesn't need to be in because he really... Why? Why are they putting him in?
Because he's edgy as fuck and teenagers buy shit.
Because he's Deadpool and he's a marketing
If you have
ploy.
Deadpool's fucking little shitty logo or the fucking red suit. They're like, oh, Deadpool, gotta buy that.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
He's money. That's what he is.
Deadpool
He's a money
is
machine.
fucking
currency.
That's the only reason that he's not, like, in the, like, mutant no man's land that they've got going on right now.
I hate Deadpool because all of his fans are fucking pieces of shit. And, he's just got toxic fans that ruin shit.
There are a lot of fans out there that are just, like...
And I was calming down on Deadpool until that movie came out, and I watched it. It's like, that was a really good movie. I liked it. Because I like Deadpool.
Yeah.
Like, Lobo is one of my favorite DC characters. He's Marvel's Lobo.
Pretty much, yeah.
He's fun to read.
And he's just that one fucking, like, extreme 90s thing that never went away.
Right.
He's fucking... That's just him. He's just the 90s.
I find, since you brought up Lobo, I find it funny that DC has this weird DC characters Looney Tunes crossover thing going on, and like Lobo is being crossed over with Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner for some reason.
I mean, it makes as much sense as him crossing over with any other WB character.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really liked Lobo when he showed up in the Superman the Animated Series and the Justice League series.
He was. They had him, I think, in the recent Justice League Action or something like that. The new one.
I have not watched.
I don't know. I've watched bits and pieces of it. I keep forgetting that it's on.
I don't know.
But I loved him in the Superman and the Justice League cartoons because he was voiced by Raymond's brother from Everybody Loves Raymond, and he is fucking the perfect voice for Lobo. Oh my god, he's great.
Or I think I've heard him voiced by.
I feel like
John DiMaggio.
Yeah,
John DiMaggio would do it good. He would do.
He
good.
actually did a really good Joker.
Yeah, he did in Under the Red Hood.
Everyone was like, I don't know if he can do it, but I thought he was a great Joker.
He was really good. It threw me off at first because I wasn't expecting his voice to come out of Joker.
You wasn't expecting Bender?
Yes.
You weren't expecting Bender to start bitch smacking Robin with a crowbar?
Yeah. Now I just want to hear fucking the Joker say something like, bite my shiny metal ass. Or like, I'm back, baby. Like, oh.
It's fun on a bun.
Get my own Batcave. Blackjack. Hookers.
Fucking, never mind. But yeah, that movie was one of my favorite animated movies until, what the fuck was it that came out after that? Because I didn't care for Flashpoint.
I liked Flashpoint mainly because I liked the characters that came out of Flashpoint. I just didn't like how it fucked up all the timelines and shit.
I despise Flashpoint because it led to the New 52.
Deathstroke was a pirate.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
I thought Thomas Wayne being Batman was cool too.
And Martha Wayne being Joker.
Yeah.
Thomas Wayne, those parts were fine. Those were fine. As a whole, it ended and led to the New 52, and I was just like, no.
Right.
Fuck your story.
The Flashpoint story was good.
And then, because of that, we have Barry fucking everything up since then.
Pretty much.
Why do we have Barry fucking everything up in the Flash TV series? Flashpoint. Fuck you.
It does irritate me that Flashpoint for the TV series was condensed to one or two episodes.
I think it was a two-part episode for the season finale, if I'm not...
Which I was wondering how they were going to do Flashpoint when they didn't have that many fucking characters in the first place.
Yeah.
My biggest problem with the CW shows is everybody knows everybody. It's like 5 episodes in, it's like everybody knows who Barry is. It's like, oh, you the Flash? Yeah, I'm the Flash. I figured I should tell you since you're going to be in every episode and we're going to be talking without my mask on. Go tell your friends too. They need to know.
As much
I'll
as
go talk to him.
Okay, you go talk to him.
That's the whole show. That's the whole fucking show. Somebody needs to go talk to him.
I'll go talk to him.
I mean, Arrow's no fucking different.
Yeah, they do that.
That's why I said all the CW shows.
Legends is not quite that bad.
No, they just fuck something else up.
Yeah.
They fuck up timelines and shit worse than Barry.
But the Flashpoint is because of that. They're like, DC's like, we fucked up once. Why stop now? Fuck up all the timelines.
As much as I'd like to get in all the CW shows and how they fuck everything up all the time, we've been going for about an hour. So I guess we should wrap it up here.
Yeah.
But
we can go on and on about all this.
We're very passionate about stupid shit.
But I guess this has been Hard After Dark. And, subscribe.
On the newly christened Hard Reboot Network After Dark. That's a fucking mouthful.
It is a mouthful.
Subscribe to this channel. I'm going to simplify it here. Subscribe to this channel.
Quit channeling Chris, damn it.
Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to Hard Reboot Network if you want to.
Be greatly appreciated.
Leave a like. Do all the other things YouTube tells us to tell you to do. Or SoundCloud, because this is probably going on SoundCloud as well. Follow on SoundCloud. So SoundCloud doesn't fail, I guess.
So people don't lose their jobs.
But anyway, I guess we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Yep.